I know I've said this a few times this year, but Conclave is my surprise film of the year. Let's get into it. Conclave is the newest film from Edward Berger, a German director that just made the new All Quiet on a Western Front. The movie got a lot of award love. They're probably gonna love this movie too. I actually never watched it though. I can't really get into war flicks, and I've seen All Quiet on a Western Front several times. We all read it in high school. I didn't think I really needed another depiction. But this movie, on the other hand, kind of vaguely interested me from afar. I mean, come on, killer cast. Ralph Fiennes, Stanley Tucci, John Lithgow, Isabella Rossellini. It just seemed like something to be excited about. But I do understand why this movie doesn't look appealing to a lot of people. Ultimately, it's a film about an election for the next pope. A Vatican political process film is probably not for everybody. In fact, I probably would not recommend this to the vast majority of my friends. But to put it simple, if you're an enjoyer of great films, you should be an enjoyer of Conclave. So what did I like about Conclave?
What happened?
They say a heart attack.
You know how rumor spreads, and 1.25 billion souls watching.
It's hard to start anywhere besides the performances. The way this film is presented kind of reads like a play. The reason I mention that is because, well, plays remain the same wherever you go see them. But the performances are dynamic and different every time. It's the reason why people will go see Grease over and over again. The story is the exact same, but the performances are different every single time. It's a different product. I can't think of anyone better to head the cast than Ralph Fiennes. He plays a cardinal that belongs to a liberal faction of cardinals. All of the characters in this film are very rich with personality and beliefs, and Ralph Fiennes plays the most well-intentioned of them all. But part of the point of this film is to show that anyone that participates in the electoral process is inherently extremely flawed. It's constantly pointed out that he has more ambition than he'd like to admit. A quote that is often floated around in this film is about how you want a leader that doesn't want it. Everyone in this film that wants to be the Pope, or wants some sort of power, makes a sacrifice that compromises their beliefs. The character that Ralph Fiennes plays tries to challenge this as much as possible, because on paper he doesn't seek the power, but in reality he is digging up dirt on all the other opponents. He's telling people not to vote for him, but also his actions are not matching his words.
The Pope is dead. The throne is vacant.
The conclave begins now.
The guy that plays Cardinal Tedesco is one of my favorites. Just an absolute fascist diva. He's loud, has old-time beliefs, he wants to essentially start a holy war, and is all talk. In the background of the conclave, there are car bombs and other radicals trying to disturb what's going on. One of the more righteous cardinals challenges the idea that we need to fight against these people instead of attempting to unite with peace. Just all of this is fascinating to me because it gives you insight into the mind of fascists seeking power. It gives you insight on how evil power makes people, and how ultimately, if you want to grab at any power, you're going to have to sacrifice a lot. You're gonna have to sacrifice your character, you're gonna have to sacrifice your beliefs. Is it worth it? I love the set design of this film as well. They built everything for this movie. Absolutely gorgeous cinematography too. Lots of dark hallways that are lit very well. A lot of the camera work's very interesting too. I also love the subtle score. The writing's fantastic. So many profound statements in this movie. One of the quotes I liked the most was something along the lines of, "We are men with ideals, not ideal men." I think that's kind of a bar. I love the structure of this film. I love the pacing. Somehow this political drama kept me on the edge of my seat for the entire last hour. The last 20 minutes gave me tons of laughter, tons of stakes, and an ending that will make your jaw drop, and I know people say that all the time. I swear it's not hyperbolic when it comes to this movie. Don't miss this film. It'll probably get some Oscar nominations. They seem to love Berger films. It's kind of a shame that this movie is going to only be compared to the ongoing election, because yes, it's an electoral drama. It has a lot of parallels with the current election. I think that's taking away from the film, but yeah, it's definitely there on purpose. Fascist leader, buying votes, the whole ordeal. Enjoy the incredible writing, enjoy the performances, and enjoy Conclave. I'd probably give this like an 8 or a 9. I haven't really decided. I'll see y'all later.